In this video, we are going over how to become the best player on your soccer team, essentially how to become the MVP. What's up guys, it's Dave here from SimplySoccer, where we are helping you to improve your game and stand out on the pitch. And we do that by releasing daily soccer tip, technique, and training videos. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so you don't miss any videos from us. So today I just want to give you some ideas of things that you can do in order to be a more valuable player on your team and maybe even become the best player on your team. So the first one is obvious, but it's to outwork everyone. Look, if you're the hardest working player, that is just going to move you further along while other players are lagging behind. Now, when I say work hard or be the best worker, I don't just mean do the most work. I also mean work smart. If you can do the same amount of work but get better results than the rest of your teammates or players around you, that's the best way to go about it. Now, the way to work smart is to make sure you're doing drills that actually are going to give you the biggest impact in matches. It's by signing up to programs that are going to help you. It's by doing those things you know are going to have the biggest impact on your match and not including those things that maybe give you a little bit of results but nowhere near as much as those other things. Another thing to keep in mind is if you want to be the MVP or one of the best, you have to do the things that other people are not willing to do. That might require you to wake up at 5 a.m. to work out. That might require you to do more individual training. That might require you to have a very strict diet. But you don't get to be the best on your team or the best in anything unless you're willing to do what the average player is not willing to do. Number two is invest in yourself. And this may sound strange, but hear me out. Well, the first part of that is to make sure you're doing individual training. You'll be blown away by how many players who are playing on teams will only have practice when they have team practice and won't have individual practice every single day. By making sure you're doing individual drills by yourself, working on your weaknesses and strengthening your strengths, you will go further along than other players. Now, a great way to kind of cut the learning curve in half is to sign up for a program or get a personal trainer or coach or something of that nature. By signing up for a program, for example, you'll have tailor-made content that is going to allow you to improve faster because it's proven to work. The program I use is Train Effective, and I'll link that down below with a discount coupon you can use if you want to get that program. But I recommend you get some kind of program, or even if it's a free one for now, to help you along. But I definitely recommend if you're going to spend money on yourself, buy yourself a good program that's just going to help you get better faster. Number three is be the man. And what do I mean by this? I mean, most skillful players and really good players shy away from the big occasion, or they shy away from being that player who will make the difference. You need to rise up and be that player your team looks to when the going gets tough, when you're down, or when it's tired, or when you need a goal, or you need something to happen, or you need someone to tackle someone and get your team going. You need to be that player, because if you shy away from those moments, there's no way you can be the best player on your team. If you look at the best players on any team in the professional leagues or otherwise, you will always notice the best players are the ones that rise up in those moments. You look at Harry Kane for Tottenham, Eden Hazard for Chelsea, even Messi for Barcelona, and Ronaldo for Real Madrid. In those big occasions, they are always the players their teams look to make something happen. Four is to have strong mental attributes. Let's just get right to it and be very blunt. You cannot be the best player on your team with weak mental attributes. If you're not confident, if you don't believe in yourself, it's going to be incredibly difficult for you to even be one of the standout players. You need to make sure not only you're working on the physical things in your individual training, you have to work on the mental attributes as well. This includes your belief in yourself, your confidence, your ability to know that you're going to get better and better if you put in the work. Because if you don't have these attributes, you will struggle. So don't only think it's the physical things you need, you also need the mental toughness, the mental attributes if you want to be one of the best players on your team, and especially if you want to be that MVP player. Okay, and number five is a huge one, and it's be consistent. And I don't just mean in matches, I mean with your training. But let's focus on matches at first, if we all know that player who goes 5 games where he does nothing and then has a really good game on the 6th game. This is no good. This is the kind of player that gets benched, because if you're not being consistent, for example, if you're a striker and you're not at least setting up goals or scoring goals on a consistent basis, another striker will come in and take your place. However, if you're a striker who scores a goal a game or close to, guess what? You're going to be one of the most valuable players on your team. Consistency is so important in all aspects of the game when it comes to your training, mental training, and the matches as well. Okay guys, so those are some ideas on how to become the best player on your soccer team. Please leave in the comments ideas you have that will also help players to do this. I want to thank you for watching this video. Please like it and share it if you got something out of this. Please also check out the other videos I put on screen that can help you to improve and learn even more. And make sure you subscribe to Simply Soccer for more daily content that we release every single day at 5 p.m. I hope to see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. for the next video, and I'll talk to you then.